Hello all of you. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn with Pam. So in today's video we'll start with the cursor. So in the previous video of plsql series we had covered about anonymous block in which we had covered select into clause or column level attributes and row level attributes. So you can do watch our previous video for better understanding and you can then come to the cursor video. So basically what is cursor and which in which circumstances the cursors are used and how the cursors will make our things easy we'll discuss in this particular video. So basically what is this cursor? So definition is the cursor is a private SQL memory area which is used to store multiple records and also process record by record. So if we talk about different types of cursors, we have implicit cursors and explicit cursors. Next, first we'll learn about implicit cursors. So what is implicit cursors? So the SQL statements which return a single value is called as implicit cursors. Then this cursor contains a select into clause or DML statements. So already we had covered in the previous videos a number of examples or number of problems on implicit cursors or select into clause. Then when a block contains a select into clause, Oracle server creates area and returns a single records. So basically in select into clause, it is going to fetch a single value only. So this memory area is called as SQL area. So the single record, whichever the record is coming into this memory, that area is called as SQL area. Then before doing any operation, we have to set server output on. So I am making the server output on. Now let's see the syntax. Already we had covered, we have solved a number of examples on implicit cursors. So if you have not gone through the previous videos, you can watch our previous videos for number of examples which were regarding the implicit cursors only, in which we had used select into clause. So in this implicit cursors, only the single record at a time is stored in a single variable. So this is about implicit cursors. So let's see what is the syntax or what how the example is solved by using this implicit cursors. Let's say so in declare section we are declaring two variables v underscore ename and v underscore sal. Then in begin section we are trying to fetch ename sal into the declared variables, that is v underscore ename and v underscore sal from emp1 where emp number is 7902. So from AMP1 table, we are fetching the record whose employee number is 7902, that is ename and sal only we are fetching. And output we are showing employee name and sal. So if I run this query, we will get the output as Ford, the name of employee, and 3000 is salary, whose employee number is 7902. Already we have gone through a number of examples on this particular cursor. So I request you to watch our previous video for better understanding. So the next part is explicit cursors. So explicit cursor is the SQL statements returns a multiple records which is called as explicit cursors. So in implicit cursors we are using select into clause. In that case only the single records in this only the single record was coming. But in this explicit cursor, SQL statements returns multiple records is called as explicit cursors, and explicit cursor memory area is also called as explicit area. Then in this cursor we are storing multiple records and also these records are controlled by database developers explicitly, but database developers cannot control implicit cursor memory area records. And about the explicit cursor lifecycle, we have the attributes or sections like declare section. First already we had covered. So this is a normal declare section. Then under begin section, we have open, fetch and close section in the begin part. And last we will be having end part. So syntax to fetch the value is fetch cursor name into variable 1 variable 2. So we'll learn this part in the uh, upcoming example. So let me show you the data from the table which we had created, that is cursor one. So we have table called as cursor one, which have employee number, e name, job, mgr, and so on. Columns are present. So what we are trying to fetch in this cursor is, so let's first see the syntax. So let me show you first syntax. So in declare section, we are declaring the cursor. So in declare section, we will declare the cursor. So cursor, we have to write keyword cursor C1. So the name of cursor is C1 is. So we have to write the statement. So whatever the statement or whatever the data you are going to fetch, we have to write the statement. That is, select I want to fetch employee number, e name, sal from cursor one table. So this is the table. From this table, I want to fetch select employee number, e name, sal from this table, and cursor C1 is. In this C1 is, you have to write the statement. Then variable, in which variable I want to store, that is v underscore employee number, v underscore e name, and v underscore sal. I want to store all these values in this variables. Then begin section begin. So open C1. First you have to open the cursor. So open C1, cursor name is C1. So I am opening this cursor C1 and I am fetching all the values or the desired values into this C1, cursor C1. So fetch C1 into. So what I am fetching? So I am fetching into the variable v underscore employee number, v underscore e name, and v underscore salary. What I am fetching? I am fetching the employee number, employee name, and sal into this variables which we declared into the declared section. Next, we will try to print these values. So v underscore employee number, v underscore e name, and v underscore sal. So if I run this code, you will see the output like all the values, whatever the values which are present in the table, all the values will be fetched. Why now only why the single value is coming? Because we have not used loop over here. So the loop concept we will discuss in the next video. So if I am applying loop over here, all the values which are present in this table, those values would have fetched over here. Now what happens here? In this case, only the first record is coming. So what is the first record? You will see this is the first record. So this is a first record, that is 7782. So this is the first record, that is 7782, which is coming. So as I'm not applying loop, so that's why only the single record is coming. So this is about the example number one, that is cursor. So let's look at the second example, that is we will be using row level attribute. So already we covered the row level attribute in the previous video. So declare. So I am declaring the cursor C1 is select star from cursor 1. So I am fetching all the values. So I am declaring the variable I, cursor name, that is C1 percentage row type. Or let me make a correction over here. I have to use C1 over here. C1 percentage row type begin open C1 fetch C1 into I. So in this variable I am fetching all the records and I am trying to print dbms underscore output I dot employee number, I dot ename, I dot sal, and close cursor. So you can see the things are making or the things are getting easy because we have used row level attribute, that is I. So if I run this code, you will see the output as yes. So same output is coming. Only we had used the column level, sorry, the row level attribute, that is I, and we had stored all the values in this single variable. And by using this single variable, I have tried to fetch the records. So that is I dot employee number, I dot ename, and I dot sell. So this is how the implicit and explicit cursor is working. In the next video, we will cover about the different explicit cursor attributes, that is percentage not found, percentage is open, and percentage row count. So that's it for this video. So in this video, we had covered a basic stuff regarding cursor. So that's all for now. That's all for this video. So thank you all of you and have a wonderful day.